Oh, it's 6 o'clock, guys. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Rabbi?
Fine.
Yeah, we're getting there. Okay. My mom moves in tomorrow, so.
Oh, she's at your house.
Yeah. בסדר, מה שלומך? אני שמחה לראות אותך כאן הערב. בת.
Hi. Nice to meet you. I am indeed. Nice to meet you.
Bikini, right? Yeah.
Beautiful name, actually. Hi. Good to meet you. I was going to say, you look familiar, so I know I've seen you somewhere. I do. No. I really, you look familiar, so but now I know. But you're probably like this, too.
Yeah, probably.
What our life is these days. Yeah. So, well, good to see you. Started with you, or is he getting started
I
first?
think he wants me to start, and then I'm doing the Kabbalat and he's doing the
Okay, is he doing any Nigunim? Cantor, are you doing any pre, or
Yeah,
she's...
what's happening? Where am I? Okay.
All right, well, we're getting moving because it's 6 o'clock. Hi, Anthony, welcome back.
No, just sing the week.
When I start walking back, I'll go like,
Just remember the microphone that's the one that has an issue.
yes.
Anything with the guitar?
No, we're good.
I'm just waiting.
Follow her. The things you're singing is like,
And then a little bit of what we talk.
okay. Oh, sure.
And then he'll announce the song, so it's like Shalom Aleichem.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, that's good.
boys and girls, or girls anyway. I don't see any boys, I see the girls. We're going to go ahead and get going because it's just after 6.
Thank you for coming.
I had fun.
Springfield Band fell asleep.
And we're going to welcome in Shabbat with some tefillah and some singing and a little learning and it may have been from last week. What's the name? I think it was on last week, probably, or the week through today, and then that starts for tonight. So you may have had it on last week. So that's it. But Joe Kelman? I'll try and remember if I can. If not, I always ask to say names and you can. Excellent, thank you.
If I do a 3 minutes, you be on one side, I'll be on the other side.
Sure.
We'll do that as a close.
Oh, cool. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yep. It was
And each
Like a
side-
canon, you mean, or like, okay.
So you do it twice, then we come in with part A, you go with part B.
So like split that.
Which is what a canon is.
Yes.
I can do it.
Or maybe I'll take A, you take B.
So we begin on page nothing, right?
Those
Not a
couple-
page.
Not a page.
Not a page.
Not a page.
No page. Okay, so I don't have to do anything. We begin on no page. I love the spotlight. You want to just stand here, Cantor? Because look, you just like get the.
Wow.
It's like
rays
it's the
of light
natural
across.
rays of light, the spotlight. Karen, before I forget, happy birthday. Hope you got messages. I think you got a message somewhere. Excellent. Happy birthday. We are beginning on no page. And if you know, you were here last week or watching, you know that we had a lot of fun. So, Cantor, take it away to whatever page you're
All
not
right,
doing.
let's follow this beat. Are you ready? Clap. Clap. You got to keep that beat going.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, your turn now. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Here's the second part. La 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 la, ya la 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 la. It was very simple now. La 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 la. La, 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 la. Again. La, 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 la. Let me see that spirit. Come on. La, 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 la. Double time it now. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Altos, tenors, come on. La, 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 la. Now sing it out like this. La, 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 la. It feels good. Come on. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, la, la. Follow my beat. 2, 3, 4. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Louder now. La, 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 la. La, la, la. You think you got it? Now hear the faster. 2, 4. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, la, la. La, 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 la. Now take a big breath. Oy. That's a Jewish breath. Try it. Ready? Oy. Okay, so now we're going to do a beautiful Hini Matov, and we're going to call up Orit. Let's give her a temple welcome, a synagogue welcome. We don't clap, but yeah. All right. Now, this is going to be great because there's 600 people on this side for this round, and there's 4 here. So, but the good news is that hopefully the 3 people coming in will be on that side. Now, how many remember the round we did last week? Good. Not one person raised their hand. You do remember the round. Follow me. Your side A and your side B. Side B, follow that wonderful person. Orit. Now, you guys, I don't know whether you prefer side A or side B, but as soon as you sit down, if you're on side B, this is it. Come up here. Let's go a little closer. No, they're old salts on this stuff. What does that mean? Oh, the old salt of the sea. That's right. 1, 2, ready. A little louder with the masks. Watch her. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Manayim shevet achim gam yachad. You hear around? Hine matov manayim shevet. Now let's see you move your body into prayer. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Where is that taken from? We all know the song, but where in the liturgy? Who knows? It starts with a P. P.S. P.S.A. The Psalms. There you go. The book of Psalms, Psalm 133. And the beautiful part about it is how good it is to be together. And isn't it good to be together? Especially after being isolated for so long. It's a real joy. You sound great tonight. Rabbi, did they not sound great?
Take it on the road.
Take it on the road, exactly.
I think you got more people for your choir now. Let's go. All right. We are warmed up now. I think we're warmed up. I think you could they will join with us, with you rather. We will join with you, let me put it that way. On page 5, as we begin Kabbalat Shabbat a little formally, you'll find Shalom Aleichem, keeping that Ruach going on the bottom of 5.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem Lishalom, Malachi Hashalom, בריחוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי העליון, ממלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צריכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי העליון, מלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We turn back to page 4 as we rise and join as we light the candles Hadlakat Neirot for Shabbat.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו וציוונו להדליק נר, וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
You may be seated. We turn to page 11. There you'll find really the formal beginning of Kabbalat Shabbat, which is really, as Cantor mentioned, a series of psalms. The psalms contain so much for us to set a mood, to set a tone. Certainly they teach us, but in particular they help us express our feelings and who we are and how we need to be. So page 11, you'll find the first psalm of our Kabbalat Shabbat, Psalm 95, as we join together with a sense of joy.
לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה על אדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה על אדוני. נריע, נריע, לצור אישנו נקדמה, פנה בתודה.
Naria, Naria, it's Yishenu.
It's Viro Naria lo, Lechone
רננה, לכו נרננה,
לכו נרננה,
רננה לאדוני. רננה,
לכו נרננה,
רננה,
לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה,
לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה,
לכו
נרננה.
Page 16, you'll find the words Or Zarua, the 4 lines from the bottom. This is Psalm 97. It gives us the image of light. How appropriate. Or, the light that shines in our lives, the light of the righteous. Page 16, we join together.
אור זרוע לצדיק ולישרי לב שמחה. אור זרוע לצדיק ולישרי לב שמחה. אור זרוע לצדיק
ולישרי לב שמחה. אור זרוע לצדיק ולישרי לב שמחה.
On page 20, 3 lines from the bottom by the little arrow, you'll find the words Romamu. We join together as we conclude Psalm 99.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי
קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו.
כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו.
On page 21, you'll find our 29th Psalm, which has the theme of God's voice, hearing God's voice. 7 times the word Kol Adonai is mentioned. You see on your right side of the page, if you'd like to read the notes, 7 times possibly representing the 7 days of the week. And here we are on Shabbat to end the week. 21. We rise.
מזמור לדוד, הבו לאדוני בני הרים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז. איי איי איי, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני באדמת קודש. קול אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד הרים. יחיד לאדוני נדבק קודש כל אדוני חולל עיינות ויחשוף יערות ובהיכלו כולו עומר כבוד איי 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 אדוני למה בול ישב וישב אדוני מלך לעולם אדוני ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו השלום
Seated. Page 23, you'll find Lecha Dodi, our hymn that welcomes in Shabbat as a bride or queen into our midst. We will do the first two and the last two. And when we get to that last one, we will rise and face the door as the mystics did to literally welcome in Shabbat to our midst. So first two on page 23.
נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה שבו וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם ניסוחה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה
Page 25.
ימין שמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על יד איש בין פרצי ולשמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה וצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה.
You may be seated. We turn to 27. There you'll find the Psalm for Shabbat as we join together.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עצור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בחינו. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך הנן. מה גולו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
You'll find the conclusion of the Psalm of Psalm 92, page 28, by the arrow.
צדיק כתב יפרח, כי ארץ בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו, עוד ינובון בשיבה, דשנים ועננים יהיו להגיד, כי ישר אדוני צור מצוותיך נאמנו מאוד, לביתך נא וקודש, אדוני לאורך ימים.
Those reciting Kaddish Tome, the mourner's Kaddish, you'll find it on page 30. And those reciting, if you'll rise and join with me. Page 30. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam olomei olmaya, Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha, b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. You may be seated. Take a few moments to share a little Torah. So as many of you are aware, tomorrow night we're going to gather together to mark the arrival of Tisha B'Av, which is the 9th day of the Hebrew month of Av. What is this holiday about? Well, it's one during which we remember the destruction of both the first and the second temple in Jerusalem. When we hear the words Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, that's most what we equate it to. And we will do something very different than we did last year, which was on Zoom. We will actually be here in person to be able to, as we mark this special day. The rabbis of the Talmud teach us that on this same date, so we know that it's equated with the destruction of both temples, but on this same date, God informed the generations of the wilderness, those who had traveled from Egypt, right, who left Egypt, that they would not enter the land. So why is that? Well, because they had expected that that's what they were going to be doing. God says, no, you know what? This is going to be for the new generation. You all came out of Egypt, you traveled, but it's your children who are going to move forward. And so, according to tradition, to the rabbis of the Talmud, the 9th day of Av was the time that that generation was informed. Another connection to the 9th of Av is the Inquisition. And it is understood that the edict which exiled the Jews from Spain in 1492 and also in England is also equated with this same date of the 9th of Av. So Tisha B'Av really has become a holiday on which we focus upon all of these persecutions, these times of tragedy that are experienced by the Jews throughout our history, from the time of the temple, certainly forward even into what we might expect more modern times in the time of the Inquisition. So on Tisha B'Av, we read the book of Lamentations, which is known by the first Hebrew word of the book, and it's known by the word Echa. So that's the Hebrew name for the book of Lamentations, Echa. And it literally means how. So this word, interestingly, also appears in both the Torah reading and the Haftarah, which we study this Shabbat, as we begin the book of Deuteronomy. So here's to set the scene. Moses, right, in a moment of great exasperation, he declares to the Israelites, Echa, how can I bear your problems and your burdens and your disputes all by myself? This is from Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 12, just slightly into our first part of our Torah reading that we will study. And in the Haftarah, likewise, the prophet Isaiah exclaims, Echa, how does the city sit solitary, devoid of its moral fiber and filled with injustice? A different way, a different topic for the use of Echa, but yet a similar word. How does the city sit solitary? How can I bear the problems and burdens that you're placing upon me? And in Lamentations, of course, itself, the prophet Jeremiah, who is credited with as the author of Echa, of Lamentations, expresses his anguish. This, of course, is that the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. Echa, how the city lies deserted. So our sages note that this word Echa in all three texts is used as an expression of pain and anger. It implies a loss of faith or a faith in human spirit, in particular, a sense of hopelessness in the problems that we face and disappointment in the events that touch our lives. So I know this sounds very uplifting, doesn't it, for Shabbat? Why is the rabbi talking about such an unhappy topic, right? Because the message that we might receive from this word seems pretty down, pretty depressing. And our greatest prophets, it's not uplifting to hear that our greatest prophets, Moses and Jeremiah in particular, seem to have lost all faith in the present and all hope for the future. But our tradition, of course, teaches that this expression of doubt and destruction has a counterweight. It's always coupled with an expression of hope and building. The same Hebrew letters which spell the mournful word echa can be revocalized to read the word ayeka, which means, where are you? In other words, the way we move beyond our sense of futility, our loss of spirit in the face of difficult and challenging times, is to ask ourselves not only how, but where. Where are we in life? Where are our priorities? What can we do to turn destruction into rebuilding, to turn sorrow into joy, and to turn doubt into hope? If we ask Echa, how has this come to be? Then, says our tradition, we must also ask Ayeka, where were we, and where is it that we ought to be, that we need to be? It seems to me that this is the very essence of the opening chapters of the book of Devarim, the book of Deuteronomy, that we will study as we prepare to observe Tisha B'Av and commemorate these dark periods in our history, as we will do tomorrow night. And as the fifth and the final book of the Chumash, Devarim, Deuteronomy, includes a detailed review of our history. If you come, you'll hear tomorrow, you'll see a review of places and spaces, and we hear Moses' speeches. You'll see this in the next number of weeks. Moses' speeches are filled with references to past experiences, which are both good and bad. And in the history of the Israelites, he'll review, he sets us along the path of looking at how our past events might have shaped our present. So by reviewing this history, we can't help but ask the question, Echa, how have we endured all the difficult times of our early history? How did we do it? How did we endure slavery? How did we endure that wandering through the desert, the battles we fought, the loss of faith in God that we had, and the understanding of who we are? What are we doing here? We lost that sense of self as well. How have we survived the destruction of the temples, the central symbol of our connection and our commitment to God and to community? How did we survive the exile of our homes and the death of so many of our people throughout the ages? At the same time, the history in the book of Devarim is balanced by the teaching of principles of behavior, of mitzvot, designed to move us forward beyond the tragedies that we encounter. So next week, we're going to read once again the Ten Commandments, a review of the Ten Commandments, and we're going to hear the Shema in the original next week when we study the Torah. By reminding us of the moral and ethical responsibilities we are to uphold and the eternal existence of faith and compassion and hope, the book of Devarim, again, which we begin this Shabbat, provides for us a very solid foundation for asking and answering the question, Ayeka, where do we need to be as we work to create a community together and to make life meaningful? So as we celebrate this Shabbat, and we anticipate the sadness of Tisha B'Av at the end of our Shabbat on Saturday night, when we will observe the holiday, and we begin our 24-hour fast, the message of the book of Devarim, I think, is very helpful for us. Ask yourself, Echa, how have I come to be where I am in life? Yet remember to also ask, Ayeka, where do I truly need to be? Where do I want to be? And how am I going to get there? Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We move forward into our evening service as we welcome in our new day. As you turn to page 39A, you'll find Baruch Hu. As we call to worship together, we rise.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevoach
seated.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריף הרבים.
Page 40.
כי הם חיינו ויורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל
41.
שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. Together, ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Together in the English, towards the top of 41, the V'ahavta together. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all that is yours. These words that I command you this day shall be taken to heart. Teach them again and again to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your home, when you walk on your way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a symbol above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorposts of your homes and upon your gates. We continue on page 44, Mi Chamocha, the words of joy our ancestors recited and sang as they crossed into freedom, page 44.
We promised each other one new melody a month. We learned it last week. Let's see if we could reinforce it today. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nehedar ba'kodesh Norat tehilot, oh sefer le, Norat tehilot, oh se felle back to lie 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya malchutecha ra'u fanecha bokei milifnei Moshe זה אלי ענו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 La 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 la.
We turn over to page 45. There you will find our bracha for peace, our bracha for shalom, our hashkivenu prayer that we ask God to help us sleep peacefully and awaken to a brighter day tomorrow. We read together in the English on 45. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Amen.
ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Page 46, we rise as we join together in the singing of Vishamru, as we remind ourselves that Shabbat is a sign of the covenant between us and God. We revel in the celebration of Shabbat. 46.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולדורות עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולדורות עולם. בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולדורות עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולדורות עולם. וביום השביעי שבות וינפש, שבות וינפש, שבות השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורות ולדורם, ושלום לבני ישראל. את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורות ולדורם.
Chatzi Kaddish, you'll find the middle of 46.
יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבו ילמד יברך אליתי וימליך מהותי בחייכון וביומייכון ובחייך בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתבור ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקדושם ויעלה בקול בחטא ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דהמירן בעלמה
You'll find the silent Amidah for this evening beginning on page 47 through 52. As always, feel free to add your own thoughts and reflections to the words on the page, and when you're through, you're welcome to be seated.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, וברור עמו אמן. Together, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, וברור עמו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
We turn back in our Siddur towards the back, 173. We're taught to add our own personal thoughts and meditations to the words on the page, as I always say. And one of those ways we do that is by adding a prayer for healing for all those in need, whether it's spiritual, physical, emotional, sense of wholeness is what we seek. Page 173, we join together in the singing of our Mishaberach for Cholim.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mikor habracha v'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach v'imotenu Mikol habracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Refuah Shlema. We turn back in our Siddur to page 54. There you will find Kaddish Shalem.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, וילמד דברכי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון ובימיכון וחטאו בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב ימנו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, יעולם עולם ועמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרבה ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה, שמי לקדושה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה, תמירם בעלמא ואמרו אמן. תתקבל צלחת ונבואות לכל ישראל, קודם אבני שמיה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום ממרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו
We rise as we take a cup in hand with a sense of joy and sweetness for Shabbat. Page 55, you'll find Kiddush for Shabbat.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת אמן לחיים.
We remain standing as we turn to page 56. There you will find Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים עם העל ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו קרקעתו ותורתו וידעת היום והשב אותה אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים במעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום
Sameach. You may be seated. Wow.
Rabbi, I just realized
I think
something.
the windows, I don't know, are they
That
okay?
in case any of the shofar blowers on the high holidays lose their breath, we could
got
ask Orit. Was that an amazing note?
That was
We could ask Orit to sing the Tekiah Gedola,
Wow.
because that was a Gedola note, wasn't it? We're not going to ask you to sing and blow a shofar at the same time. Don't worry.
No, we won't do that. Yeshua, as always. That was a note, though. Wow. As we prepare to recite Kaddish today, we first extend our condolences to Rhonda, Michelle, and Greg and their extended family in the death of Rhonda's father, Erwin Katzman. As you might have seen, we sent out an email. There'll be a Shiva Minyan here at the synagogue Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. We will try to do a modified mincha and mariv so we can at least be able to give some hugs of support to Rhonda and the family and be able to honor her father and say Kaddish for the day. So keep that in mind. You can come help make a minyan Sunday evening again at 7 o'clock here. So we certainly keep him and their family in our thoughts as we recite Kaddish today. We also mention the names of those who are continuing through the Shloshim period, includes Beverly Selasky, and we continue to mourn the loss of Rabbi Aryeh Scheinberg. We keep both of them certainly in our thoughts as well. We also mention the names of those whose yortzites occur today and the week that is coming. Matilda Allweiss, Israel Barenblatt, Rachel Barenblatt, Jacob Beyer, Jose Schapper, Stephen Cohen, Zvi Dresner, Leah Esserich, Joseph Feldman, Eliza Fisher, Florence Gross, Jules Horwitz, Yale Kalmans, Samuel Cantor, Joseph Kalman, Mildred Kenter, Joseph Lehman, Saul Ruths, Harold Scharlach, Rose Siegel, Elaine Stahl, and Gunter Streike. We'll keep all of those in mind. If there's any names I did not recite, feel free to certainly recite them aloud at this moment or within your hearts. As those reciting Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, if you'll rise and join with me on 58. Yit Gadal, V'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, B'alma Divra Chirute, V'yamlich Malchute, B'chayechon Uvyomechon, Uvchaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uvizman Kariv V'imru Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Leolam Ulomei Olmaya. Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh. V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudisha B'richu. Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata. Tushbechata V'nechemata. Da'amiran B'alma V'imru Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. May be seated. Just a few brief announcements. You can, of course, check out your Tuesday, or Wednesday, actually, we moved it to Wednesday. The Wednesday email, which has lots of information on it for what's going on here in the congregation. As always, we hope you'll join us for our morning minyan. We will be fully opening minyan starting this Monday. This Monday, it will no longer be on Zoom. You can watch on live stream, but we are actually creating our minyan here in-house, in person, as we do each Friday night and Shabbat morning. We have been on certain minyanim, but we are adding back now Mondays and Thursdays. So every day of the week, we will be here now. Again, you can catch it through the website to watch by live stream, but we're going to need everybody's help to make our minyan here in person. So please come on out, pick a day.
Rabbi?
Yes.
I would like to promise the congregation that if you do show up for morning minyan and you want to stay afterwards and learn how to lead sections of the prayers or study with me privately, I'm yours.
Excellent.
So come on down. We can learn and pray together.
And you might even get some breakfast. Before you learn. No, it's been taken care of. No worries. So yes. So this coming Monday in particular, we will definitely celebrate. We'll be here. We hope to have a minyan. We'll, if we do, we will take our Torah out and study from it, as opposed to we've been reading from the back of the book. But hopefully, when we're now all together, we can do that with integrity and honor to the Torah, and we will celebrate together. And so you can have a minyan, a little bit of breakfast, and do some study if you can hang out for a little while and pick the cantor's brain in terms of some parts of the tefillah, as parts of the service you'd like to learn. That'd be awesome. So keep that in mind. And again, that starts Monday, so it's 7:30 on Monday morning, and Sundays are of course 9 o'clock. This Sunday will be a little bit longer extended because we will be observing Tisha B'Av. So just know if you're coming Sunday, we hope you'll come and help make a minyan, but in particular observe the Tisha B'Av service on Sunday. A few other quick things. We are continuing with our adult education. I know it's the summertime, everybody thinks nothing's going on, but we have lots going on, and one of the things that I'm continuing to teach is every Wednesday night is our Journey into Judaism class. At 7:30, we are still doing Zoom, so you don't even have to worry about coming in-house at this point. We're continuing on Zoom for the summer, and if you'd like to join, just shoot me an email. I'll try to get you the link, and you can certainly join at any point. We've been going since January, but I think that there's always an opportunity to learn, and you can join as you can if you'd like to. So just let me know about that. I mentioned Tisha B'Av, of course, as we talked about it being Saturday night, tomorrow night. We will be here most likely in the chapel. So join us as we commemorate the destruction of the temples, all the other tragedies we've talked about a little bit. We'll learn a little bit about that. We'll study the Book of Lamentations together and daven the evening service and have Havdalah as well. So it's a little modified because it is the holiday is different, of course. So tomorrow night, 9 p.m., we have to wait till after Shabbat is over and sundown has gone down. So 9 p.m., Havdalah and the study of Megillat Eicha. And then, as I mentioned, we'll be back here Sunday morning to observe the holiday through our normal davening. Want to remind you also, the school year is coming. I don't know if you've gone to the stores. Anybody been in any of the stores? And what do you see displayed right in the front? Right? School supplies, which is reminding me, I actually bought a few things already. I got to get my list and get the kids set. So school is just around the corner, right, Jody? Yay. So please get your IPRS registration in. You can check your weekly email for registration forms or call the office if you need some help with it. And just remember that's coming up. We hope you will, if you know any of our kids, or have a grandkid or a kid, let's get them going with our religious school. We want to start the year off right, and we'll be doing that in August. Finally, just a couple other things. Our B'Yachad is our support network for members who have experienced a loss. It's been a very rough year for our community, have had a lot of losses, and we have a group that's facilitated by Flora Garb, who has over 40 years of experience in grief and loss counseling. She's been graciously donating her time to facilitate our group. So if you're interested in joining at any point, it's via Zoom for the moment, but we probably will be moving in person soon. You can please call the office. We'll make sure you get connected with Flora and get the information on that. And two final announcements. I know there's a lot, but there's a lot going on. We have our Book of Remembrance submissions must be made soon, and we hope you'll get those in for our Book of Remembrance, our Yizkor book for the holidays. You can also purchase your high holiday parking spaces if you want to have a place to park close by, and you could check your email again for details. And finally, our Welcome Back weekend, August 20th through the 22nd. Please save the date. We'll be doing some welcome back, some clergy installation. We'll have lots of fun. And if you'd like to volunteer, we would love to have everybody have a part in not just coming, but also participating. So there is a sign-up genius. You can pick an event that you'd like to help out with as well. We really want to impress upon our entire community the involvement and engagement of all of us. And we are the ones who help make this community what it is, and so we hope you'll help us do that. Check your weekly email for all of those events. And with that, I will turn over to page, I assume we're doing Yigdal, is that correct? Excellent. Page 62, you will find Yigdal, our concluding hymn. As we conclude this evening, we thank Anthony, as always. Thanks, glad to have you back. And we thank Orit for guiding us through Kabbalat Shabbat and all the other extra things you've been doing. And of course, Cantor Ken for a beautiful Mariv and all of those extra spirit things. I just said Anthony, yeah. I got him.
You've been doing an excellent job of vamping for him.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's like
need to
riffing,
say,
right?
He's
just
amazing. He's listening by ear and just following along.
Yeah,
So that takes a lot
I
of
was
talent,
very
everybody.
impressed. It's very exciting. I was like, I don't think he has the music for what you're doing.
No,
I'm
he
watching
doesn't.
him.
He's
Very
listening.
exciting. The wonderful musicians we have, and we are so thankful for that to enhance our tefillah. Page 62, you'll find Yigdal.
You can look at mine if you need to. יגדל אלוהים חי וישבח, נמצא ויהדהד אל מציאותו.
אחד וינכי כיחודו, לעולם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו.
אין לו דמות הגוף ואין לו גוף, לא נערוך אליו קדושתו.
קדמון לכל דבר שנברא, ראשון וראשית לראשיתו.
הינו אדון עולם וכל נוצה, יורה גדולתו ומלכותו.
שפע נבואתו נתנו, אל סגולתו ותפארתו.
לא ימדדו
ישראל כמו שעוד נביא מרפית את תמונתו.
תורת אמת נתן לעם אוהב, על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו.
לא יכל לפועל ולא ימיר דתו, ויאמין זולתו.
צופה
ויודע שתורנו, הביט לסוף דבר בקרבתו.
גומל איש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לראשה כרישתו.
ישלח לקץ ימים משיחנו, לפדות בך כקץ ישועתו.
מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו.
מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו.
Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat Shabbat
Shabbat Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat Shabbat.
Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Good Shabbos to you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Yeah, that Yigdal version I have is awful. The words aren't melodies. Yeah, I need a better one. Okay, that one's not working.
Okay, you want to leave that one?
Yes, thank you.
Because there's like 3 words that kind of get crazy. Rabbi.
Shabbat. Very, very nice. That was a cool service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Laurie.
Did we get under the area? Were we, good, because that means our balcony.
When I went to school, he was motivated from day one to go high, and he was very studious. Your grandson. He didn't have any fun? He must have had a little fun.
No, he's great. He knows how to balance it. I don't know if Marissa's going to know how to balance it so good. It'll be.
Well, that's the whole point of ordering the communal area, the shops are beautiful, and restaurants are great.
I just had a birthday in San Diego. It was not
You have steak soup or something, you have well, never look at the price of your birthday. Congratulations. Oh, I love it. Good, let me spoil you. I mean, musicians. Pittsburgh,
Yeah, French. Yeah, and then that sense of unity. And it's kind of, it has a little bit of purpose of it being different and beautiful.